Going on, everyone? John Matrix here. Hope you're all having yourselves a wonderful day wherever you're at and whenever you're watching this. We've got another requested video here that we're going through for the SCP universe. This one is by Mr. Illustrated, the SCP K Class Scenarios. I believe K Class Scenarios are essentially end of the world, scenarios that happen. So I'm assuming he's going to go over all the end of the world scenarios that essentially have happened so far in the SCP universe, or that are known. So links will be down below in the description to the original video without my commentary and reaction, and to Mr. Illustrated's channel. Please do me a favor, click those links. If you enjoy this original video of his, please give it a like. If you enjoy Mr. Illustrated's content and are not already subbed to him, please go over there and give him a sub. He makes a lot of great content for the SCP universe and definitely deserves the love. I often do these reactions live for my YouTube members. We'd love to have you guys come in here and join us when I do those reactions live. There's a join button down beneath the video, as well as a link in the description. Check out the YouTube membership benefits if you'd like to. You can get early access to videos up to a week. You can obviously join us when we do these reactions live. You can get priority in any kind of reaction requests you have, etc., etc. Check those out, see if you have any interest in taking your support to the next level and helping me out monetarily. But regardless, I just appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to come in and hang out and watch this video. So again, this is Mr. Illustrated SCP K Class Scenarios. So let's get into it, see what this is about.
Good day everyone, and welcome back to SCP Illustrated, entry log 87. Now, some of you may have heard or read in the past an SCP document that features something called a K Class Scenario. This is kind of SCP code for generalizing events that could, will, or won't happen as a result of the SCP property.
Okay, I'm assuming he's going to read these, but I'm just looking at them already anyway, because that's how I am. So XK class are end of the world scenarios, CK class are resurrecting scenarios. So I assume that's like SCP 2000. ZK class reality failure scenarios. So I think that's probably like, that would probably be like considered, like, I would assume even worse than world ending, because like reality, that's like our universe collapsing on itself, or like, Scarlet King getting released kind of a situation. So interesting.
And or containment procedures. Now, before I get into it, I just need to say a big well done and a big thank you to Petrograd, a user on the SCP Wiki, for making such an extensive list of all the K Class scenarios. It must have taken them ages. Please go and look at that list for yourself. Okay. There are a few K Class scenarios on there that are not in this video.
AK, ADK, CK, EK, GK, GH, HK, IK, LK, MK, NK. There's a lot of them. Holy shit. Interesting. K-class scenarios are hypothetical situations that could have drastic effects on normality or reality, including the end of the world. Foundation games out what can happen in these events, and authors in the wiki often reference these contingency plans, or times they have failed. The collaborative page exists to document all K-class scenarios used on the wiki. Interesting.
Video, so do go and have a read for yourself to catch up on the rest. I'll leave a link down below. Now let's begin.
Okay.
The following data release has been authorized by the following council members and administration staff.
Some K-class scenarios are specific to a particular SCP. As a result, some scenarios may sound similar to others. Gotcha.
Aleph K-Class Apotheosis Scenario. The Foundation has failed in its mission to protect humanity. The only surviving elements of humanity are those within Foundation containment. AK Class End of the World Scenario. A mimetic influence that alters humanity's behavior to ignore or focus on certain activities. For example, ignoring the instinct to eat and drink, resulting in mass extinction.
Interesting.
Compelling humanity to commit suicide, or enslaving humanity without protest.
I was gonna say, there's definitely, I don't remember which one it is. But there was a recent video where, yeah, that essentially was kind of happening. Maybe it was, I think it was one of the Fifth Church videos. Yeah. Okay.
K Class Full Anomalous Destabilization Scenario. The result of anomalous entities reclaiming Earth after humanity has either evacuated the planet, is experiencing an SK Class Dominant Shift scenario, or has become extinct.
Interesting.
ARBH Class Insect Hell scenario. The result of an omnivorous insect species breaching containment and consuming everything in its path.
Kind of interesting. The Imago one isn't in this, because I would think that would be like near the top of that list of, you know, that insect cicada creature that thinks it's the Abrahamic god, or to breach and start releasing cicadas that are going to go around and eat everything. That would be pretty bad.
AU Class End of the World scenario. The result of testing SCP-475 with the religion of the Church of Australia.
I don't know that one yet.
BB Class Universal Formation event.
Gotcha.
The creation of the universe in a Big Bang scenario.
Interesting. So SCP-4417 results in the Big Bang, I'm assuming?
BC Class Universal Collapse event. The natural end of the universe in a Big Crunch scenario. BE Class Migration End of Consciousness scenario. The replacement of a significant portion of human consciousness with an incompatible lesser mental state.
Interesting. Okay.
CK Class / RK Class Restructuring scenario. Either a small localized restructuring of reality or a broad radical change of reality. This could potentially result in an XK Class End of the World scenario.
So again, I wonder if that would be considered, trying to look through the various tales here. Incident 0, memetics and infra hazards, vision, blah, 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 blah. I was going to say, I wonder if this would apply to the star creature that the Church of the Fifth worship. I can't remember the SCP number and the name of the creature right now, if it even has one. The one that's like consciousness from an alien reality that is like intersecting with ours and is essentially taking over. And if anyone becomes aware of it, they die.
DK Class Reality Invasion, K Class Invasion scenario.
Gotcha.
Entities from another universe invade and conquer our universe. DT Class Split Timeline scenario. An event where our timeline splits into two parallel causalities, usually non-apocalyptic.
Gotcha.
Delta W Class.
I feel like, let me rewind this. Like, an event where our timeline splits into two parallel causalities, usually non-apocalyptic. I feel like, I wonder, this kind of gets into multiversal and whatever ideas, but like, the idea that if everyone really has a choice and the choice we make change and determine our future, then it's like, isn't that already happening automatically around us? Like if I make a choice to, I don't know, I'm trying to think of something that's not necessarily drastic, but like if I make a choice to do option A and option B, that option A leads me down a whole other branching timeline than what option B would. And so, we're having timelines that kind of split off each other, right? Because then option A will have me interact with these people, which I wouldn't have interacted with in option B, and that changes their course of events in history and, blah, blah, blah.
Causalities, usually non-apocalyptic. Delta W Class Eclipse of Consciousness scenario. The result of SCP-3547 entering our universe via the use of SCP-3547-A. EDK Class Leafy scenario. A phenomenon where a random person forgets a concept, object, or entity without warning. If reminded of this concept, object, or entity, they will forget as soon as the subject changes.
Sounds similar to some of the stuff in Symphony Syncope.
EIK Class Informational Breakdown scenario. One or more methods of information transfer become irreparably compromised. EK Class, MK Class End of Human Consciousness. The total loss of human consciousness. End of World KO Failure scenario. A scenario where the shark punching center is unable to complete its mission. GT
Shark
Class
Punching Center?
Gestalter
What?
is unable to
A
complete
scenario where the Shark Punching Center is able to complete its mission. I don't know what that is yet. I haven't seen that. Interesting. SCP-3760, and it's I guess a 001 proposal.
its mission. GD Class Gestalt Dissolution Scenario. The result of the SCP-3475 program. In the attempt to control humanity's exposure to anomalous entities through memetics, these memetics themselves then create anomalies. GH0 Dead Greenhouse Scenario. The extinction or endangerment of humanity as a species, however, Earth is still fit for habitation.
Interesting.
GR Class Hostile Demiurge Event. When the occult workings of SCP-3457 are executed properly, it will grant the user thaumaturgic capabilities.
I want to look this up real quick. Because they've already brought up 3457 quite a bit. I'm just curious to see what SCP it is. I don't think I've done anything with this one, right? 3457. SCP-3457. Nothing's showing up on his page there, so I guess let me just Google it in general. Iron Crown of Lombardy. One of the artifacts that can be used with an SCP-3457 on display in Cathedral of Monza. Okay. Doesn't really help me. Looking for, I guess. Huh. Aren't any videos done by the Volga Northern Exploring series on this one? Mr. Illustrated have anything on them? No, just this video. Alright, so I guess no one's done any videos on it yet. Interesting.
This will then allow them to change things at will in the physical world. Gimmel Class Mass Dementia Scenario. SCP-3493 Uni 2049. The result of a massive black hole increasing in size by an unknown factor.
That would be terrifying.
HK Class Deithic Subjugation Scenario. A god or deity manifesting to take power and full control.
There's a lot of things that have problems with that.
IK Class Collapse of Global Civilized Power and Full Control.
Okay. I mean, there's a lot of them that would do that, right? Scarlet King. I guess the deer could even have some things with that. Anything with the Sarkic god. I can't think of Yaldabaoth. The Imago. You know, maybe even Meccan. You know, because who knows really exactly what Meccan would do to humanity if they gain full control, etc.
K Class Collapse of Global Civilization Scenario. The collapse of human civilization. Interreality Paradox Scenario. SCP-3493 Uni 2347. The risk of causing a paradox due to the collaboration between local reality and non-local reality Foundation iterations.
Interesting.
LK Class Species Transmutation Scenario. An event that genetically alters humanity as a species in some way.
There's mention in this in the 2000 video that humanity hadn't always looked the way it currently did. So that's interesting.
MA Class Mass Animation Scenario, where all sapient entities incapable of movement gain the ability of locomotion. MH Class Large Scale Aggressor Overrun Scenario, an event where SCP-3534-3 enters our universe and kills us all. NK Class Grey Goo Scenario, named for a hypothetical scenario where self-replicating nanomachines malfunction and turn the whole world into goop.
That would be bad.
Multi-universal amalgamation scenario, when our universe intersects with another.
Okay, our universe intersects with another, not a reality. Which, I'm just thinking about this like realistically. We obviously have no idea how big our universe actually is, and if there is other universes that can intersect with our universe. But I mean, we know that galaxies can you know, collide with each other and interact with each other. I guess supposedly some theories are that the Milky Way is absorbing another galaxy right now, and then within, you know, 4 billion years, we're going to collide with the Andromeda galaxy and absorb Andromeda, or Andromeda is going to absorb off one or the other. So I mean, if there is some kind of greater universe that the multiverses are contained within, it could be, you know, logically that could theoretically happen. So I mean, God, who knows what would happen to our reality if all of a sudden another universe with different laws and properties intersected with ours. Would they even be compatible? Would the universes just implode and destroy themselves? Like, good lord.
OK Class metaphysical collapse. The result of a failed SCP-4656-1 Stage 6B attempt. The total removal of humanity from existence.
Interesting.
Omega K Class End of Death scenario.
Omega K?
Immortality is forced upon all life without any other biological change.
Interesting. I haven't gotten in anything like that yet, but I mean, like, there are different kind of levels and ideas of immortality, right? Like, the idea of immortality that people generally think of is that you can't be hurt, you can't die, your immune diseases or whatever, and you always look like you did when you were at your healthiest in your prime, etc. But, you know, there's always the idea of immortality where it's like you can't die, but your body still just keeps aging. You know, what happens then? You just become essentially trapped inside this cage of a body. And like, does your mind keep eventually deteriorating, and then you just become a vegetable trapped in this body, stuck in that existence forever? You know, that's terrible. That's not the kind of existence you'd want to have as an immortal. You know, things like that.
PT Class Paradoxical Time Breakdown scenario. An event where time and/or the timeline is broken due to a harmful paradox. SK Class Dominance Shift scenario. Another species or civilization surpassing humanity as the dominant species.
From what I understand, this already happened, because if the Bigfoot tale is true, they were the dominant species and even far more advanced than we currently are. And then overnight, something happened. Either we attacked them with the help of, you know, I guess a fairy or some other species, or they did something to themselves, and then we became the dominant species on the planet. They were essentially basically wiped out overnight, so.
Or vice versa. Global religious dissolution.
Wait, did that just say? The SCP, the anime. If there is an actual anime that was made in the SCP universe, I would definitely want to check that out.
The dominant species, or vice versa. Global religious dissolution scenario. The subversion or dismantlement of humanity's religious institutions and dogmatic beliefs. TCF scenario. Total containment failure of either a single entity or object, or multiple entities or objects.
Interesting.
TK Class Total Human Transmutation. The assimilation of the entire human race into a single biological object. Referring to SCP-3895.
Wouldn't that also technically happen with, what is the, I don't remember, like 610? I don't remember if that's the correct SCP number, but the flesh that hates. Like, doesn't it essentially absorb everything and then all kind of becomes one kind of mass blob object? You know, even though it can like create all kinds of diseases and things like that, doesn't it essentially also like absorb things into kind of like one mass hive blob?
VK Class, YK Class Reality Restructuring Event, and QK Class Quantum Degeneracy
the Y2K class
scenario.
event.
An event where the universe's existing physical laws are altered to new anomalous laws.
Interesting.
WK Class Mass Extinction Event, when the continued existence of humanity is threatened, referring to SCP-3472. XK Class End of the World Scenario,
Yeah, there's a
the
lot of
complete
these.
destruction of humanity, the Earth, the universe, etc.
Just wanted to look through these tales after the end. Agent Spoon's personal request, Alexandria burning, and I feel fine. Da, 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 da. That's the Empire, blah, blah, blah. I'm just trying to see which one of these I might have already gone through. Let's Sleeping Dogs Lie. I think I did that one. Playing to acting job, passport, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Huh.
ZK Class Reality Failure Scenario. Reality has collapsed, been destroyed, or been irreversibly damaged. And that covers my video on the K Class Scenarios. Okay. There are a lot. Now, as you may have seen, some of these are specific to an SCP, and there are more on the wiki I have not mentioned, else we would be here for a lot longer. So do go and check out the list for yourself for further readings, linked below. As time goes on and more SCPs get written, there could be even more of these as well. My personal favourites are the CK, XK and ZK scenarios. They just, as soon as I see them, I'm instantly hooked. Thank you all for watching. The next video will be SCP-2295.
Okay, well there we go. That's the end of the video here by Mr. Illustrated. Links will be down below in the description to the original video here by Mr. Illustrated and to Mr. Illustrated's channel. Please do me a favor, click those links, give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and if you're not already subbed to Mr. Illustrated, please do me a favor of hitting that subscribe button on his channel for him. He makes a lot of great content for the SCP universe, so please do that. So yeah, I mean, there's not really much to kind of go over in this other than like there's just a lot more various end of the world scenarios than I had, you know, known of. But a lot of them also seem to be kind of contained to specific SCPs in those stories. Some of them sound very intriguing. I mean, there was like this one right here. There's so many of these that like, yeah, end of the world scenarios. The insect one, I'm trying to find if I can. There's one specifically about insects or whatever, and I was interested to know that the Imago one wasn't a part of that. But I mean, yeah, there's all kinds of ones that, you know, deal with gods coming in and taking over, laws of reality being changed or altered, universes intersecting with ours and altering how things work, collapses of reality, extinctions of humankind, but the planet's still fit for, you know, for life, creatures from alternate timelines, universes, reality coming in and trying to conquer us, etc., etc. You know, and I think the interesting thing really is like, how are you really going to have a contingency plan for all these different scenarios? You know what I mean? And be able to maintain them and be able to activate them at a ready's notice. You know what I'm saying? Like at a moment's notice. Like that's, again, the like anticipation and anxiety of working for the SCP Foundation would be crazy. Like the more time I spend learning about the SCP universe and the things that are capable of happening in the SCP universe and what they have to be prepared for, like people that work in the SCP Foundation definitely have to be on another level. And a lot of these other organizations, GOC, etc., etc. So, but yeah, great video. I might actually take a look at the wiki itself, and just kind of talk about those. I don't know if you guys would be interested in me kind of doing my own video on these like end of the world scenarios, like going through the wiki and just kind of looking at them, reading through them, and giving my ideas on, you know, what I would like to see, I guess, a story being made of from some of these end of the world scenarios. You know, I guess let me know, and it's something that I could do. So yeah, let me know down in the comments. But thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I often do these reactions live from YouTube members. If you'd like to come and join when we do these reactions live, with videos come in here. There's a join button down below the video, as well as a link in the description. You can check out the YouTube membership benefit tier, see if any of those have any interest for you. And yeah, if you decide you want to help yourself out monetarily, I would greatly appreciate it. You can get early access to videos up to a week beforehand, priority in any kind of requests you want me to do, etc., etc. So yeah, just take a look at that. And thanks for hanging out and watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, consider leaving a like and a sub, as it helps me and helps the channel grow. Really appreciate you. Thank you for taking the time out to watch this video. Talk to you later.